Well, welcome to the Fragrance Nut. Hey, we're back with another video. And this one, first off, let me say thank you for stopping by. If this is your first time, welcome. If not, if you're returning, I deeply appreciate you. And we're going to talk about the things we love, and that is none other than fragrance. And so, today, we're going to talk about Redline 2654 by City Rhythm. If you haven't heard of this company, you can go to, say, Lucky Scent carries it. I happen to get this from ScentSplit.com. That's a 5 ml size, and I blind bought because in the area of St. Louis they're not carrying it here. And then I purchased a full bottle. You can catch the previous video that I did with Miami. I just happened to read some of the notes and decided to pull the trigger. But hey, guess what that I did not know? What I did not know is that there's another fragrance called San Diego Pacific. And it came out in 2022. Miami came out in 2021. This, however, came out in 2024. And from what I found out, that the similarities was they combined because of, I guess, because of the fragrance fan base, they combined Miami and San Diego with, and that was 2654 Redline was born from those two being combined. And so I felt like this reminded me a little bit of Miami, but what I did not know until I did my research, that's why. So what do we find in this? Is in the top. Grab my glasses. I'm going to tell you some really good things about this one, but I still think Miami. I have not smelled San Diego. But in the top of this is definitely, and by the way, my scent of the day is Celine Dion Paris. And I have on a Luxury Life Butter dessert, Luxury Life Butter. Anyway, getting to this, it has some in the top. There's several citrus, of course, and that's where it would be. But there's some blood orange, there's some coconut, there's some sea salt, there's some lime, there's juniper berries, and heliotrope. The reason I bought Miami was because it had a coconut, and I had been trying to find other fragrance with the note of coconut because of liking the Killian Moonlight in Heaven. My wife and I both love. I saw that and I thought, hey, let me see if there's another take on that coconut. And by the way, if you happen to know of any, hit me up in the comment box and let me know. I'd love to check it out. Anyway, and in the mid, there's a sugar cane, and there's Moroccan jasmine, and there's osmanthus, and then there's almond. And then in the base, of course, there's the vanilla, the rum, the ambergris, the tonka bean. The reason it would remind me of Miami, when they converged the two to bring up, to come up with Redline 2654, in Miami has a rum note, and it has some florals. And of course, in the San Diego, he took the juniper berries and the blood orange. The difference in the cyan, from when I did my research on San Diego, is that there's iris and there's lavender, and I believe there's a violet note in there. And so that might be the similarities. And there's also, I guess, the ambergris in here, which gives it that sea salt that San Diego would have in there. And so, and then it's, let me get another smell of the cap just to give me a little reminder. This, you definitely get that blood orange right from the rip. And then you can catch the juniper berries. It does have a little salty taste, a little salty scent to it. It's a very likable fragrance. To me, this could be worn. I would love to had tried this in the heat just to see what it would do, because Miami, oh man. But Miami reminded me of Kilian's Angel Share. And that's why I went ahead and gifted it to my wife. She loves it. It projects all day. So does this. By the way, this company is out of, this house is City Rhythm, which I've noticed most of their fragrances is based on different cities. They even have a Manhattan and some other, even outside countries too. This perfumer, I couldn't pronounce this person's name. They're from Trinidad, but they've been raised in New York, and I guess that's why they had that Manhattan. I don't know if I do have Roja Dove's Manhattan, so what I'm wondering though, I'm gonna check out and see what the notes are, because I don't know if they're doing dupes or not. I've not purchased any dupes, but I will say it. Yeah, I did wonder when I smelled Angel Share and I smelled Miami. I blind bought that from a store in Illinois called House of Dubai of Illinois or something like that. They have a really large selection of niche brand, some on Michigan Avenue on the Magnificent Mile, and then they have one in an outlet, Rosemont, Illinois, which I plan on visiting in a few days. I will go over from St. Louis and check it out. I may even film it just to give you a good idea of what to expect. If you're in that area or you thinking about purchasing, I'll do a slow walkthrough and really try to get real informative information so that you'll know what's there. And but anyway, that's all I have for you on this one. Longevity, 8 hours, probably 10 on close. You can see the juice. It's kind of clear, so I guess that wouldn't hurt if it went on close, but I certainly would do it. If I did it, I would probably do it on a navy blue or green, somewhere where it'll just go into it. I wouldn't do this on a white shirt or something like that. Definitely unisex, but in my opinion, wear what you want to wear whenever you want to wear it. But I do believe this does lean a tad bit feminine because it is the sugar cane in there, the vanilla, the tonka bean kind of gives it that tobacco smell. That's where you might get a little more masculine. But then, and then, like I said, it has that blood orange in there, and which burns off after maybe 20 minutes or so. Then that part is gone, and then eventually it's going to get into the dry down, and then it'll probably even itself out and back to unisex. But in my opinion, it's a very nice fragrance. The prices on these, now this was a 5 ml size, so I got it out of Scent Split because I wanted to pull the trigger on a full size bottle of Miami because it seemed like it would be interesting. And I didn't want to, and that was another thing. They didn't have where you can buy a 2 ml sample. Everything was just all full bottle. And so perhaps when I'm there, I may mention that to them that, hey, I don't know if they're the store that's on the Magnificent Mile maybe offer samples or decant, but I believe where I had purchased probably was coming from the outlet mall there. And I was surprised that an outlet mall would carry Bodicea, the Victorious. They carried Oman Jane. They carried, from what I saw, they carried Roja Dove and other various niche brands of BDK. You name it, they had it. And top of the line. So absolutely go there or go online and check out. And if you've ever heard of City Rhythm, and also, like I said, they are from the United States, so you could actually go to their website, which I have not done. So perhaps you might go there and they may actually have the samples. Before I found their website, I had already made the purchases at scentsplit.com in the House of Dubai of Illinois. So there it is. Like, share, subscribe. Tell me if you've gotten your nose on some of them. Let me know what you think. To me, this will be another like Mancera or Montal, or especially Mancera. If you're really not ready to pull triggers on and spending anywhere from above $200, $300, I would say if you're willing to do 150, 190, I believe is all I saw on a lot of them for priced full bottle, I would say this will be at least a step above designer. And if this will be comfortable for you. But anyway, I rambled on enough about the things we love. Thanks for stopping by. Like, share, subscribe. But above all, please leave a comment on any coconut fragrances that you might suggest. I'll check them out. Thank you. Bye.